That's right, the hardest hitting hero in the game is a rare. Her ultimate ability does 800% attack, and then if there's frost up on the enemy, it will do double that, 1600%. If you read it, it says 400, 2 hits, that's 800, and then we get that 1600 massive attack. Plus her passive, every second basic attack is doubled if there's a frost on the enemy. So all she is a DPS damage machine. We're going to test her out on the Vortex boss. She's on the rare tier list as SS from yesterday. I just wanted to pull her out and see what we could do with her on the Vortex boss. And I'm definitely going to build a team around her. And by herself, she can only really keep frost up for 10 seconds every 20 seconds. So we need somebody else in there. Right now, this is a lazy team. This is my Goblin team that I've been doing with Goblin 5. So I wanted to kind of see what they could do and then compare it to what this rare is about to do. So I'm skipping forward here. And I think everybody kind of caps out around 200,000 damage. The main character is shielding my guys. Then we have 2 healers and then 2 DPS. Obviously, these DPS are AoE-centric epics, so they're not going to do amazingly well. I've taken those other 2 Frost epics back down to level 1, and we're going to level her up, and we're going to bring her in with another epic that kind of does comparable damage to her because that epic does additional damage on a basic attack as well, has a chance to do double damage, I believe, puts up frost so we can have frost up more often. The thing that I forgot to do was stagger their ultimate abilities. If this one's doing frost on the ultimate at 20 seconds and Usha is doing frost on hers at 20 seconds, then I need to kind of stagger them in the very beginning. Turn off that ultimate, make sure one does it, count a few seconds, and then 10 seconds or so, and then do that ultimate so I can try to make sure frost is always up. That was an idea that I wanted to do and I forgot about it. So in this recording, we're not doing that. I put this on to give her 17% additional attack speed, so she'll do her basics more often. That's going to be a lot of added damage. Every second basic is doubled up as long as there is a frost on the enemy, but I could have put on the artifact that makes her ultimate ability hit harder. 15% harder, whatever I have it leveled up to would be a massive amount because it's not all about that ultimate. Your basic attacks add up to a large portion of your damage. So really it might be better, but that's something I'm going to test on the test server. All this new rare gear, I have a video to get you through the dungeon, all free to play. With champions, the game gives you all the way to get epic gear and to get legendary gear. So if you haven't seen that video, I'm putting it out the same time as this video. All right, let's move forward. So we know we've got these 2 leveled up, and now we have the team we're going to put in. Now, the previous team have 24% additional attack. So I'm just going to go with 24% critical damage, which isn't going to help us much because our crit rate is so low. We do not have high crit rate, so it's really probably not benefiting us that much. You can see here, crit is when it's yellow, and it's not very often. But you can see her really jump up soon. She's going to just kind of, whenever she does her ultimate, it's going to jump her up. And right now, her ultimate non-crit is probably 10,000 total damage, 5,000 each hit. Because we've got frost up pretty much all the time. I don't know if it does fall off, if we do need to stagger. Because you can see their ultimates. Their ultimates are going at the same pace down there at the bottom. But frost is still up. I think we needed to stagger them. Okay, it's off now, and their ultimates are recharging. Well, one's back up. Okay, I think the other one's going to speed up a little bit. You can see how the epic frost champion is kind of gaining on the ultimate. So it was fine. It was fine. But you can see now she's getting up. If we can get her in some really good gear, make sure we've got this frost up all the time. Maybe increase her attack speed on the test server as much as possible because she's buffing herself. Her second ability gives herself a shield plus 50% additional attack speed. You can see the attack speed's up on her right now, which helps out with that basic damage hit, right? She's really starting to jump forward, but it doesn't look like a crazy amount because this epic is so good too. The Frost Epic Rava has a passive that gives her 15% additional attack for each frost out on the field, maximum of 3. So she's getting 15% additional attack now. And then her special ability throws out 3 orbs that equate to almost 800 damage. That's on the special ability. That's a lot of damage. Her ultimate summons a Nexus that does 55% attack every 1.5 seconds, and it lasts for 10 seconds. And then when it expires, it explodes and deals 400% attack damage. Both of them are built for damage, but USA is really going to pull ahead, and you can see right here with the numbers. And I know if we give them the same exact gear that USA is going to beat her out. We do need to keep Frost up. That's why we've got these two here, and I think it's great. I really wanted to try Zethos with Usha because he looks like he can do the kind of damage she does if we can get his attack speed up enough. We need him doing his basic attack as often as possible. Anytime he applies Frost, the next basic attack is increased by 50%. Here he's going to do 50% damage. It's 2 hits at 250 each. And then this one is the big one. For 10 seconds, all of his basic attacks do 250 damage and have a 75% chance to apply Frost. 100% chance if we have scrolls into him. But remember, every time he applies Frost, his next attack, basic attack, deals 50% more damage. Well, this counts as a basic attack. So for 10 seconds, while he's throwing out all those basic attacks, they're doing 250% damage. Plus, if he applies Frost, the next one of these 250 basic attacks are going to do 50% more damage. So I'm sure this is going to be massive. As long as we get him with really high attack speed, we'll be applying Frost quite often. Plus, he can lower this down to 17 seconds. We can get attack speed, which we will. Skill speed, skill haste, which will lower that even down a little bit more. Maybe get that down to 15 seconds, skill haste, or maybe really go with attack speed with him so we can get this interval down lower. Instead of 2 seconds, maybe we can get him down to 1.5 seconds with that basic attack and just really pump the damage out here. We're going to have to test it all out, but this guy looks really good to do damage on the Vortex boss along with her. You guys let me know your thoughts on her. Is she the hardest hitting hero in the game? 402 times, that's 800% attack. Then we double that when Frost is up, 1600. I don't know of any other hero that can hit for that hard. Let me know your thoughts down below. Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you all in a video soon.